it's like I am going through a midlife crisis.
These nuts.
Hello, friends, family, associates, others. Welcome back to my channel. It is I, Kevin Taylor. I am back, rejuvenated, refreshed, renewed, everything, okay? I'm very glad to be back after a bit of a break. I kind of got into finals week, and then I was like, oh my god, I need to take some time off. And then time off turned into a week, and then another week, then another week. And then the finale aired, and I watched the finale, and I was like, oh my god, I was supposed to be reviewing this show. So now, I'm gonna like speed run this ish, and try to knock out some videos and get to you guys with some new stuff. And I'm also thinking about reviewing the makeup of the season 14 RuPaul's Drag Race Queens. I think that'd be a really fun thing to do, because them hoes need to get red. Alright, well let's jump in. We're on episode 4, which is the two-face challenge. And the two-face challenge is basically they have to do two sides of the face, but for a mini challenge, they had to do part of their face with iridescent makeup. Now, iridescent makeup, it's kind of a trend now. I think it's really cool. I really like multi-chrome glitters and like iridescent stuff. Makes a nice metallic look, fairly easy to work with, but you have to have really good lighting for it to show off like its true properties. First one up is Jordan. Jordan has a like oil slick look. I think the most interesting part of it is like this carved out contour where some of his actual skin is left out as like the highlight, which is a really cool way of like flipping it, where like, you know, people would apply iridescent highlighter on the high point of their face. He's applying like a skin tone to the highest point of his face. That's kind of a surrealist feel, surrealist life, you know, effect. My neck won't stop twirling. It's fine, it's cool, it's alright, it's cool, yeah. Next up is Yvonne. I get what she was going for with this like iridescent kind of like under eye moment, but she just looks greasy. It looks like Claire's makeup, how it's just like Vaseline coated with like a skin tone or glitter. It's very much like I did my entire face of makeup with Claire's makeup. Really pretty. I love the gloss on her lips. I love a glossy lip, if we can't tell. I think the most impressive part is a diamond on the forehead, but we all know how I feel about a big emblem on the forehead. She's better than this, but she's been doing overtime. Okay, Taj's look is actually so cool. Like with the right kind of mood lighting, this definitely is like front page editorial. With the right lighting and better blending. It's a bit harsh. It'll probably read superbly on stage, but in person, or like on camera this close, it just reads like very, 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 very harsh. Very, very harsh. The most impressive part is honestly the ear. The ear has the perfect amount of blending, perfect amount of dimension and contouring and whatever the hell. The brow's cool. I think he made it a little bit too long. The shape needs to be worked, like a little bit. But I live, and I wish he had snatched that eye. But I live. Bryce is like really cool. I feel like he kind of, I don't know, because it's like, I wish the contour was more messed up to really offset it and make it really a statement. But it's fine. It's like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star meets like just got punched in the face for being gay. Yeah, it's a really interesting overlay of ideas and techniques. Not much else to say about it. Matt is giving us this Tron fantasy. Yet another metallic look out of him, I believe. I don't know if he's done metallic look before. Again, I'm like watching this all like post-production, post-finale, so like I'm trying to act like, oh, I only know about episode 3. Ryan's doing the worst right now. It's fine. I wish he had stolen this from Taj. I wish he had done all that highlight in the ear. It would have been so gorgeous to see that golden hue on his skin tone. It's fine. It's giving face paint a little bit, which I'm not mad at. And then we have Jaman, who is so close to the camera, and is giving us this kind of like Egyptian electricity, black lightning, into the void moment. Again, we have lashes. And he didn't use the right brush because all of his lines are incredibly thick and there's no like flicks, there's no like line differentiation. He either didn't take it to a point or he was very messy with his line work. The like eye on the forehead kind of works here. It was applied very shoddily, but like I get where he was going. These, like, I don't know if they're supposed to be brows, if it's supposed to be like a line crease, whatever the hell that is, above the, like in the eye socket. Don't know what that is. It leads off into nothing, it trails into nothing, it's applied so bad. Let me tell you, this is not a safe space for Yvonne. I don't know what it is about him that just, like, takes me there. I think it's like he's good, but he never freaking edits. It's a good look in ideas, not in execution. And that's what messes me up every single time. All right, now we're gonna get into the main challenge, which is two-faced. You have to do two faces. They don't necessarily have to be opposites, but just two faces. And they have to be on one face. And that's like the whole point of two faces. Two faces. First up, we have Taj, who did an angel and devil look. Man, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if that's supposed to be an angel wing, if it's supposed to be like the angel cloth, like the fabric of an angel, if that's supposed to be like, you know how angels actually look like weird as hell and like crazy, like if that's supposed to be one of their like limbs. I don't know. And then like lips are like teeth, but they're pink. Okay, work. They could have been yellow. That would have added some nice like color story. You just covered up so much of his face with black, which is like such a cop out. And like, what's the story of them like on the neck? They like meet, and there's like this like cross hatch, and there's like some pink and black and white. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? Is it supposed to be like it looks like the angel is taking over the devil, but it's so much more interesting to have the devil take over the angel, unless you're doing it with like angelic imagery with a devilish color story. That's interesting. That's interesting. A freaking halo. Look, this is me rolling my eyes. A freaking halo emblem right in the center of the forehead. You could have done it through the brow. You could have made it your eye. You could have made it your lip. I don't know, something. No, that would look like very ringworm. But there were smarter choices to be made here. Next up, we have. What's this boy's name? Next up, we have Matt. It's like sketch paper, which is done beautifully. It's very startling because it looks like a mask. It looks like almost like a drawing, actually. It looks like someone like actually just like drew this and like overlaid it onto his face. Then he has like the boogeyman underneath. Only really thing I guess I could say is like I wish there was like if he was able to add like some gray or charcoal to the edges of the paper so it looks like it's being like burned through. Like he was originally covered with all this paper, but like the boogeyman's so hot and like fiery and devilish. He's like burning through the paper. Like, there's a bit of nostalgia in here, a bit of like a childlike playful nature. The lines are the line work, like the blue lines across, or what's this, horizontally? Horizon. Yeah, horizontally. They're applied beautifully. I wish the boogeyman lips actually covered his actual lip. I don't know why it's like a boogeyman chin strap. That's certainly a choice. Jordan looks really good. This like wing, like that's a bit like almost not really smoked out. It's smoked out a little bit, but it really gives him nice. Then he has like this like zit, this like fantasy. This brown lip is like doing things to me. The depression web underneath. If he had gone for this like gorgeous arachnid, like this beautiful spider woman, but then like you see the web of her underneath, that would have been a much more interesting motif, much more interesting storyboard, instead of like weird crystal person. I think depression, I'm very happy to see that he was comfortable enough to talk about his struggles with mental health. I think that is a conversation that definitely needs to be had. It left me wanting more, but he gave just enough. It was a nice little appetizer. I'll give it to him. Next up is Yvonne. Listen, I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, if someone approached you and said, hey, we have a storyboard for this new product, item, makeup, clothing, whatever, and we want it to be like the theme to be two-faced. For the brand, two-faced. And we want you to bring a makeup look that has two faces. If someone walked in with Taj's look versus someone walking in with Yvonne's look, it'd be like, oh, I'll take hers. It's not really that difficult. Like, I understand the concept's not that clear, and I totally agree she just looks like a weird, like, mega cyber alien bimbo person. But she's a fierce mega cyber angel bimbo person. I don't know. I just feel like Yvonne never gets the respect she deserves. but that gets into like, you know, the curve and all this stuff. And let's get into this. This show, I did not. Now I'm 20 years old. I'm turning 21 in like 2 weeks, and I'm sorry to sound ageist. I did not realize everyone on the show was so mature, so old. They need some messy young twinks on this show. Like I think Jamon is 28. That is crazy to me. He's 28. I think Taj is 29. Yvonne, we'll never know. Ryan 33. Matt, I think, is the youngest at 24. And 24 is still ancient in my eyes. So it's like, they really need to get some bitch who's like 18. They need a Crystal Versace on this show to like shut some ish down. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was fully thinking that like they were all under the age of 30. I think definitely they need some young people who like bring the drama. Because this show, it felt a little bit geriatric at times. Sorry. Next, we have Jamon. Now listen, if you're Jamon and you came to see this clip, if you're a Jamon lover and you came to watch this review, if you're Jamon's parents, you know, and you're coming to support your child, click away now, because I have so many thoughts and so many opinions. The puzzle motif, I genuinely thought it was an ad for Autism Speaks. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna tell us he's on the spectrum. The eyeshadow. Okay, first of all, thick, bold, dark brown brows. It's like they gave you the dip brow and you just went wild. Next, the eyeshadow is unblended as hell. He just packed it on, didn't even think about a fluffy brush. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even cross his mind. The colors are muddy on the lid. The green leads nowhere. The nose contour. The foam at the intersection between the white face, blue face, and the natural skin color. It's terrifying to look at. Oh my god, it looks like some creature is like molding over him. He's like mid-transformation or something. The puzzles, some amazing work is in the puzzles and like the help me, save me, I'm drowning hands, but I can't even appreciate it because the base makeup is so bad. It is so bad. No lashes on the second eye, no type of dimension to the lip. Like if you literally just put on a little bit of a blue liner, it would have been serviceable. Next up is Bryce. Bryce looks good. The way it's shaped, it reminds me of a pad. It reminds me of like a feminine sanitary pad. But I live nonetheless. There's almost like something a bit biological about it. It looks like two cells like going through mitosis or mycosis or whatever the hell the term is. He needs to watch it with these crystals. I'm getting tired of these crystals and I'm getting tired of this cat eye. But I live. The like way he like did like a drooping falling eye, it's really cool. It almost looks like a reference to like age, like young, sunburst, youthful, and then like drooping old, you know, decrepit, black and white. He said like 2 words the entire episode, so there is not much to judge him on, but this is good work. This is good work. This is another good promotional campaign for a Too Faced ad. And that was it. We end up with Matt and Bryce in the top, which, yeah, sure, it just felt like kind of by default. We end up with Taj and Jordan as safe. I think Jordan was perfectly safe, and I feel like he's going, like, riding a high from, like, winning the challenge, coming back. Like, there's some type of story they're trying to push here. Taj being safe, I literally think it's because of his track record, and they did not want to lose him at the middle of the competition. That wasn't a part of his storyline. Yvonne did not deserve to be in the bottom. Jamon deserved to be in the bottom. Honestly, again, this show needs to be gaggier. Stop being fair. Literally say, hey, Jamon, this is, what happened, man? I can't even put anyone up against you, so you're going to be in the bottom by yourself. And then decide if he gets to stay or if he gets muted. Oh my god, when they said the challenge, I was like, oh, they're trying to get rid of Jamon. It was like a thin, bold, arched brow. I'm like, Yvonne paints that on every day before filming. And you see Jamon's brows. We know what's going on. So he ended up getting muted. I'm so thankful. I think he needs a week off. I think he needs to like recalibrate himself. I really hope this is not Shake Yvonne because she is so talented. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Ooh. And I will see you guys next week for another review of Painted with Raven. Bye!
If you're a mama and you ain't got your baby, and your mama got your baby, then you're not the mama. Your grandmama's the baby.